and gentlemen, please put your hands together for my dear friend, Pooja Makhija.
A very good evening to everyone present here, and very, very warm thank you to everyone present here. My friends, my family, my Nourish team, my clients, the members from the press, thank you so much for your immense love and support that you have always shown to me. That's the reason I stand here today. Thank you. When God blessed us with our first daughter, Ahana, and then our second, Amira, they in turn gave birth not only to parents, but also changed the way my husband and I saw life, or rather how I looked at nutrition. When you have children, not only are you responsible about who your children become, but also what they have to eat every day. And then you suddenly realize how much easier it is to change habits for children versus adults. I mean, I've always tried with the same nutritional principles to teach all those people around me, my friends, my brother, my sister, my mums, my dads. But let me tell you, it was far easier and the easiest to teach my little girls. Eat Delete Junior grew as my children did. It evolved as I evolved as a parent. It developed as my children did. The book did not only come into being because nutrition is crucial to growth and development, but what is most important is it has to be caught in time. It has to be taught to the child as early as possible so that he can learn these values from the very beginning. All the training that I gave my girls, the nutritional games, the tools, the principles, the culinary skills, the flops, the mistakes I made, they're all part of Eat Delete Junior. And I do hope you enjoy reading it as much as I and my writer, Gayatri, enjoyed writing it. Thank you all again for coming and enjoy the rest of the evening.
And may I tell you, we have a rather enjoyable evening up ahead. Pooja, why don't you take a seat? Pooja, when is the right time to start inculcating the correct food habits in children? And you know, you're the mom of 2 girls. The right body image. Body image is something we talk about so much. When is the right time to sort of instill that in
So the right time to teach them the good and the bad and where you need to sway is when they obviously can learn and understand a little bit. But children, even when they're little, are watching everything. Even when they are not being able to express, they watch. Like I've mentioned in the book, my younger one was just 2. Was mumbling a few words and could get through whatever she wanted to tell us. And when she noticed that when Mama ate her food, a little plate of salad always came along. And when she ate, that didn't come. So she went marching to the kitchen to find out why she doesn't get it. So so as parents, we are role models. So if we can try and set the right example, they are learning even when they're little. But of course, when they were a little older, 5 and 6, I taught them about the 5 fingers of nutrition, what the milk does to them, what the roti does.
I don't know the 5 fingers of nutrition. Can you tell me?
So we have...
I'm really worried.
No, they're very
sounding very scary.
I know.
These 5 fingers of nutrition.
They're the 5 pillars.
I thought a hug is all I had to offer. Now I have to show them 5 fingers.
You just have to make a fist to make a healthy meal. So your 5 fingers are your carbs, proteins, fats, vitamins, and minerals. Okay. Just that simple.
I didn't know they were the 5 fingers. Okay.
No, I've called them the 5 fingers because it's very easy to teach them then that if there are 5 fingers, each meal needs to make a little fist. So if you manage to put a little bit of all these nutritious factors into your plate, you've done a good job. So I taught them that when they were very little, and now they can look at a plate and they can say, Ma, 2 fingers missing, 1 finger missing. So, and they teach that. So that's when I realized that, there's so much potential to teach them, because then they went about teaching their friends. They went and corrected Nani's plate and they said, Nani, what are you eating?
Yeah,
this has only 1 finger.
Get you off very quickly from the diet.
Yes. So, that's the magic to teach them. And they learned it so beautifully. That's how Eat Delete Junior came into being, because I realized that it was so simple to teach them, and they absorbed it, imbibed it, and publicized it. Again, but however, coming to body image, that's another very important area, because when you talk too much about good food and being in shape, you don't want to take them the reverse way, and they're fearing food, or they're fearing...
Now, a lot of girls at a very young age are fearing food, fearing getting fat.
Correct. So what we're trying to teach them while they're little is that food is not making them fat. Food is what's giving them the energy to play that game. Eggs are what is making them grow tall, and the hair. So we're trying to teach them that food is their fuel. However, you can't go on too much when you talk about don't eat this or you will put on weight. So you never go negative when you teach them. You always go positive and say, maybe we'll eat a little bit less of this and eat a little bit more of that. So that they don't fear the food and they don't get the image that I don't want to put on weight and weight is negative. So it's not that I need to become overweight or unhealthy. It's just skewing them more towards health and factors so that they don't fear food, so that food makes them fat. So they see mom, and mom eats rotis and rice and breads and noodles and pasta, and you don't have to fear food to look the way you want.